back in action. Right now we're just drinking ice water because it's smoking hot out. We're getting ready to smoke these beautiful beef ribs. And I ain't gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever smoked beef ribs. And it's only the second time that I've used this, my new ceramic Kamado Joe. So while we're waiting for that to get up to temp, this is going to be brown sugar bourbon day. We're going to put this seasoning and this only on it for the initial cook. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it later. And I'm going to use some brown sugar bourbon marinade. Also, when we're spritzing it, I'm going to be using some Woodford Reserve bourbon. So this is a bourbon authentic cook. So like I said, let's get this. I got it all trimmed up already. As good as I could. Or as much as I wanted to. That Kamado Joe is getting up to temp. We're getting it stabilized right now. So I just want to get this seasoning on here. Give it a chance to adhere. Those are some big beefy ribs. So I'm going to be putting plenty of seasoning on these. That's good to me. By the way, I did not remove the membrane on back. Half the people do, half the people don't. All preference, I guess. Now, I always do when I'm cooking pork ribs. Honestly, I've never tried pork ribs with that membrane still on it, but I don't know. First for everything. Alrighty, beauty. So when I get that stabilized, we'll be outside. All right. We're at about 275, 260, something like that. That's about exactly where we're going to want to be. So we're going to take this. Oh, look at that. Now just let me recap. This is my first time cooking one of these bad boys. I shouldn't have got my hand. Put her in there like that. That's all she wrote. Until about an hour and a half. Then we'll be back to spritz with that bourbon. All right, we're roughly 2 hours in. Like I said, we're gonna go spritzer, but not with nothing normal. Woodford Reserve bourbon. If you ain't ever had that or smelled it, you need to get you some, because that is a treat. We're going to put it right here in the spritzer bottle. Just like that. And a little more. There we go. Cap her. Get her on there. I better do a trial run, make sure this works. She's working. Let's go outside. Now, like I said, this is my first time doing beef ribs. So, I don't know what to expect either. We're gonna find out that real quick, like. We're holding steady about 275, 280. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. I wouldn't say moisture's a problem. Man, I should turn this Joe around so we get some sunlight. There we go. There, that's a better picture. Oh Lord, I'm gonna spritz her. But that's far from the bark we want. So we'll be back in another couple. Update time. It's been about 3 hours or so. Creeping up on 4 hours. Man, look at that pullback and whatnot. Yeah. I'm gonna give her a little more spritz. A little more bourbon spritz. I said we still got a while to go. So, one more spritz and a spritz for the cook. All right, we'll be back. Let me get a drink first. Okay, so right in the middle of me preparing the garden fresh salsa, see that? I just go to make a check on the ribs, and those bad boys are like 204 after like 4.5 hours. I'm loving that crust, but I was gonna wrap them for the last part, but since we're already at that temp, here's what I'm gonna do. I got the grill cooling off, and I wanted to use that brown sugar bourbon marinade and wrap them like I usually do with my pork ribs. So I'm gonna still do it, even though we're 204. Let that grill cool off, bathe them in this, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. We spritzed them with that bourbon, which I didn't even come close to using at all, so I just put the rest in my cup. Oh, hey, like that. So we're gonna grab these. Hopefully they don't fall off the bones. Put that in there. Now I can tell that from not removing that membrane right there. But like everybody says, you don't eat the bottom of these anyways, so it don't matter. That's pretty crispy. Let's get a shot of that. Oh gosh, hold on. Bring the camera around. So we'll see what happens after I let it rest in there for another, oh, I don't know, half hour. So we'll be back then with the final update. Hopefully we'll have some salsa done too. Garden fresh tomatoes and everything. And the drink of the night. All right, here we go. The big unveiling. And I can honestly say I'm pretty nervous, because not only is this the second time in my whole entire life I've ever used like a ceramic grill, like that Kamado Joe. It's the first time I've ever done beef ribs. Now I've done pork ribs plenty of times, baby backs in St. Louis. So I figured I'd just do this the same way. But all the stuff I read was like, it's gonna be like an 8-hour cook. Well, I had mine at roughly, 250, 265, somewhere in there, for about 4.5 hours, and it was up to like 206 in some parts. So I was like, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. And then I wanted to put a little bit of that bourbon sauce on it that I showed you earlier. So what I did is I just put it in there, wrapped it, put it back on the Joe after it had died down, the heat had died down, just to warm that sauce up a little bit. And so yeah, that was about a 4.5, maybe 5 hour cook. So I'm a little nervous. I hope it didn't screw it up, but we'll find out in a minute. But before we do that, we're gonna make our drink to calm my nerves down, because my nerves are jumpy. So here's what we're making. We're making a Manhattan, Bourbon Manhattan. And we're gonna be using this Jeffersons Ocean Aged at Sea. I don't know if you've ever heard about this or drank it, but supposedly they put all their, to age it, they put it in barrels and then they load it up on ships for the recommended time. I think, what is bourbon? It has to be at least 2 years aged in barrels. So it's on a ship for 2 years going all around the world, is my understanding, jostling around and everything else and mixing and getting all that bourbony flavor going in them caskets. Not caskets, that's what we put dead people in or something, ain't it? You know what I'm saying. Anyways, it's pretty good stuff. I just take, like, you can take just a horn out of it. And it's, like, you can take a horn, or you can do a neat pour. If you don't know what a neat pour is, it's the same thing as straight up. Nothing else. But let's get down to it. We're going to take this mixer, fill it with ice. I prefer big chunks. Big chunks because they don't melt as fast. It's more subtle dilution. Then we're going to take 2 ounces of our preferred bourbon, which, like I said, this is the guest tonight. And look how cool that bottle is. That bottle's so cool. It's got like the whole world on back and everything. So let's get 2 ounces of that baby. Whoa, there we go. Get you in there. Cap that, cork it. Now we got 3/4 ounce of sweet vermouth. Flip that over. Yeah. Three-quarter ounces of sweet vermouth. And then we got 3 dashes of bitters, aromatic bitters, whatever brand you like, you know. So I go dash, dash, dash. That's my understanding of a dash. Now, we are going to slowly stir it. Not shake it, slowly stir it. Because supposedly, stirring is the best way to go. Now with martinis and stuff, I like to shake it just because I like getting crazy. I like to shake things. Not my kids or nothing, I don't shake them, but I think it's just funner to shake your drinks. But we'll gently do this for a minute. Put that down. And then we're going to strain into a glass, which I'm going to be using the cooking and drinking cup. Here we go. See what that baby tastes like. Get everybody moved out of the way, because here's the star of the show. And I'm nervous. Oh God, I forgot to top with the cherry. Okay, here we are at the unveiling. The unveiling. See, I don't know what just happened with my camera. Oh gosh. Oh, I see why they say add a Americana cherry now. Because it gets that stuff in there. Oh, I'm gonna eat that though. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Now I can tell you, and I don't know if I already said this, I'm not really impressed with the smell. I'm actually quite nervous about it because it smells odd. I'll just say it smells odd. But I'm going to take this. That's been resting for about almost 45 minutes now. So we're just going to take this. Oh God, the bones are just falling off. Get off there. Get. Ah. We'll get this out of the way, then we'll get a close-up of that. Ah. I mean, that looks amazing. That looks insane. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to get another maraschino cherry out and do a photo pose real quick. Let me get that in camera view. Here, let me scooch, because we do not want to miss that. Let me show you that real quick. That's the thing. That's gorgeous. Let me get in there a cherry, because I want to do with that. Here, look at that. Scoot you over there. Scooch over there real quick. Yeah. Put that back. Make sure you guys are, everybody's in camera view. Yeah. Take a picture with my crappy phone for later stuff. Get that knife out of the way. Here, get you over here. All right. Here comes the nervousness. Nervous. Cutting it open. Once again, in camera view. And I'm not even sure, I think I need a bigger knife than this. At least a longer one. So I will get my dull strong. Should I just attempt it? I think, what if I just took this out? Look, this one's just, it's just falling out. So, you know. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna cut it right down the side of that bone, and I'm not even sure if this is gonna work out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I messed something up. Let's just put it that way. I messed something up. 'Cause those bad boys are not even staying on there. It just like, it's bone falling off bone action. Ah. Crap. I don't know. You guys know, let me know what you think. I think what I would do is all that fat is not rendered. Shit. So I definitely screwed something up. That's okay though. I'm gonna take a bite of that. Yeah. So like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways if that's your thing. Hit the doorbell. We'll see you again. Eric.